Good morning. Year 7 TV. I'm in the kitchen today. Why? Well, it's the... Oh God, look at my hair again. It's the last day of Year 7 TV for 2 weeks. Okay, because we're all going on holiday, aren't we? Well, we're going to have a holiday. We can't go anywhere. So, I'm having a cross-curricular morning. All right. Let me show you what I'm doing. I went down to my cellar, rummaging around again. Might just call this the rummaging around show. And look what I found. I should have started the show like this. Year 7 TV. Could have been like, I could tell you the joke about my friend who had an orange for a head. Maybe later. Now, so I found these in the cellar when my daughter was about 11. They had to do a project on the solar system. So of course, me and my wife, being over-eager parents, were like, oh, come on, let's make a solar system, and she can take it into a science lesson, and she'll win. Of course, all the other parents had the same idea. So, like, one of them had a clockwork version of the solar system. I think another one paid for their child to go into space and take live photographs of the sun. Don't worry, she set off at night, so she didn't get burned. Always one of my favourite jokes. So anyway, I found this. So this is the sun. Don't know what planet that's meant to be. I think that's meant to be Saturn without its rings, etc. Yes, it is definitely a gas giant. That is Neptune, or the one that I can't say because it's rude. That's the one that I can't say because it's rude. So anyway, I found these and thought, well, what shall I do with them? So just in the cellar, doing nothing. So I thought, I'm going to put them to good use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down my road, and I'll film this later. So I'm going to stick them to trees off some thread, okay? And this is 30 centimetres in diameter. So I'm not going to tell you how far apart they're actually going to be, but if this was a scale model of the solar system, and this was the sun, okay, scaled down to 30 centimetres, bearing in mind the actual diameter of the sun is much, 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 much bigger. I'll leave you to find that out. Then if kids walk past, because quite a lot of kids go walking on our road, we've got rainbows in our window just because they collect the rainbows and stuff, then they'll see that and they'll think, where's the next planet going to be? What do you think about that? So the next planet is obviously Mercury. Mercury's a little one. I think this is Mercury. Look, it looks like an orange. How far away do you think that will be? How far away will I have to hang this in relation to this? Okay, that's the sun. That's Mercury. If this was to scale, okay, which it isn't, by the way, because if this was to scale, Mercury would look like a fleck of dust virtually. But if, in terms of distance, if this were to scale, how far away would Mercury be from the sun? Okay, so they're going to walk down the road and they're going to find it, and they'll think, gosh, it's big, the solar system, isn't it? All the way to the furthest reaches. I think I'll do the Kuiper Belt because that's got Pluto in it, which is a dwarf planet, and Ceres and things like that, and that's pretty far away. But of course the solar system doesn't stop there, does it? No, it stops at the Oort cloud. However, I think if I had to include the Oort cloud, I'd probably have to walk all the way to somewhere like Doncaster, because that's how big the solar system is. That's amazing to think of that. That this here, this has a gravitational influence. I mean, not this. This is a polystyrene representation of the sun. So just so colossal, just so massive. If you look up anything about the Voyager space probe, which was launched in 1978, only very recently did it leave the Oort cloud. So it took it 32. It took it about 35 years travelling at something like 178,000 miles an hour, something ridiculously fast. Look that up as well. To get to the Oort cloud, so it has now left our known solar system. And what's miraculous about that little Voyager probe is it's still signalling Earth, and it is still receiving signals. It's astonishing. A little battery, and well, maybe it's that big, the battery, but it's, just wow. So later on, I'll find some literary reference to this, so that but I just love all this cross-curricular stuff. This is literacy, really, isn't it? So that's what I'm going to do, and I'll film it. I'll show you the results. It'll probably look weird, and I will speak to you later as well, because we're going to have a crazy program later. Someone's done a digital remix of Year 7 TV. It's so far out, and they put a little song to it as well. So that's going to be today's music. And done the Rubik Cube, don't forget. It's one thing I've done while I've been having all this time. So let's hope your little minds are not just busy with your English worksheets. Let's hope you're doing lots and lots of other things as well. So I'll get this on for 10 o'clock, and I will speak to you later on in the day at some point for the very last broadcast. Okay. Bye 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 bye. Bye 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 bye. Push the button. Bye.